Let me bring in my guest today, Chris Green on his motorcycle, being the dude that he is, and Burak Sarac, founding members of Vegan Knights Motorcycle Club. And speaking about being manly and being a tough guy and being a dude on your bike, I was wondering if we could go through our top 10 tips for being a macho dude. I'll start with you, Burak. Tip number one.
To me, being tough is just being tough with a definition. What does tough means to you, and defining that and living with a purpose. Otherwise, it's meaningless, and you want to leave a legacy. So for me, when I feel that on the bike, a tough guy, I always remember the purpose of that tough guy is standing up for the voiceless, for the animals.
I love it. A tough guy, someone who stands up for the voiceless. Chris, tip number two.
Yeah, so I think, standing up for what you believe in, never backing down. I mean, you're always going to have the naysayers or someone who wants to challenge you. But I feel like, and if certainly with the Vegan Knights, it's our job and our purpose to stand up for the unheard voices. And that's the vow we've taken to protect them.
Yeah, I love that. Not backing down. Tip number three, Burak, what you got for us?
To me, it's also breaking the mold.
Love that.
I liked riding bikes for many years before I was vegan, and I probably knew I could have gotten maybe into a bigger club and have maybe a lot more hierarchy up the chain and be respected in a different way by these big tough bikers. But I was like, I'm going to be tough to make the tougher choice, break the mold, and do the right thing.
I love it. Tip number three, standing on your own. Okay, tip number four, Chris, take us.
Yeah, not being afraid to take criticism and then turning it around to make a bold statement. And meaning that, I mentioned earlier, the vegans are weak and pale. We need meat to survive. But yet here I am 20 years later, living a dream, right? So you've got to have those bold, uncomfortable conversations, such as dairy, being a byproduct of rape and things like that. We just got to stand up and take that criticism and turn it around on them.
I love that. Turning it around on its head, 20 years strong. I love it. Burak, take us number five.
Sticking to your guns and being able to learn and listen when you speak with people. They're in different places. They're different parts of the journey. I am tough about what my beliefs are and where I am, but I'm not judgmental, because judgmental is not tough. It's just not being understanding, being open, and just sticking to my truth.
I love it. Sticking to your truth. Number six, Chris, take us away.
Yeah, I think being comfortable enough to be around and surround yourself with different kinds of folks, being comfortable with who you are and what you truly believe in.
Mm-hmm. Being comfortable with yourself. That is such a life lesson for everyone. I think I'm losing count here. Number seven, Burak, what you got?
I think my last one would be having a big heart. I think that's where my toughness comes from. Being able to just go deep in there and bring out what's in there and just see it and not be afraid of it. And if it just doesn't sound manly, or if it doesn't sound strong, maybe there's a reason for it. Dig in there and find out what it is, and be okay with who you are.
Yeah, I love this. Number eight, Chris.
All right. I think it's, never being afraid of change. Tactics change, laws change, people change, minds change, single issue campaigns change. We're ever evolving society, and, change is not going to stop. It's going to continue. It's going to be here to stay. So we just gotta deal with it and roll with it.
Yeah, I love that you're adaptable. A strong person sees change coming down the pipeline and they're adaptable. And that's what strength is. Burak, I know you said you're almost out, so I'm going to add my two, even though I'm not a manly man, but I'm going to add what I think is so attractive in manly men. Do no harm. So, when I look at the damage that's being done to the planet and to animals, and then we all struggle to clean up that mess, I say to the people creating that mess, hey, you're getting in the way. So a real person does a strong person, male or female, does no harm. And I think that being mindful of that is very important. And Chris, I don't want to take the wind out of your sails. If you have one more, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'll give my last one.
I was just going to say that, in some circumstances, we just have to ignore the opposition and know when to walk away. Some will never get it because they don't want to. But I think we just need to know when to save our breath and move on to the next person. We're not going to save any lives arguing with people, over and over and over again, the same person. So we just got to know when to walk away and seek the next victory.
Yeah, I love that you say that. Don't waste your time. Take the higher ground. If one more person comes to me and says, "Oh, but bacon," I'm just not having that conversation anymore. It's completely ridiculous. Now at this point, I just say, "But colorectal cancer." I mean, that's up to you, folks.